Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining the live. As you know, the birthday girl, Amanda, is here to join us today. And we also have another special guest, Danny. Show her.
She's being
There's a camera on you, Jamie. That is Jamie. She's going to be behind Instagram today. She's here. She's one of Amanda's, longtime best friends from Utah. And she's here to celebrate Amanda's birthday. And she's helping us out on this live. We gave her this job 2 minutes before it started. So congratulations to her. So she's going to be the voice behind Instagram. If you don't recognize her voice, that's why. But we are going to have some fun today. We're going to, right? Is that what we're doing? No, it's good posture, not flexibility, right. Which maybe has to do with posture.
It has, absolutely.
Okay,
yes.
So we're going to maintain flexibility. That's what the back of my shirt says. And Amanda's going to help us do that. Let's get started. Woo, I'm feeling it this morning, you guys. We are going to be answering questions this whole live show. How do you get through a day? To me, it smells like a very light kind of pine scent. So if you've been wanting to get one of these drop shop items, we are just going to have lots of fun. Who is ready for some life hacks? We have all of this fun stuff to give away. It's colorful, cozy. Really, we just like to get to know our customers. Never look a horse in the Cheez-It. It's good, right? That laugh at the end, it gets me every time. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So we want to see who's joining us. And Jamie, do you just want to start? You just get to scroll through and...
Gosh, guys, we have a lot of people here.
Okay, good. Name every single one of them. Just kidding.
There's a fellow Utah on here. Let's see. Shibby Shoe Suck.
That's why we bring Jamie on. She's not afraid to call it out like it is.
She's not afraid to swear.
Okay. Moving on. Mom of Boys, happy birthday, Amanda. Hope you got a new birthday blend.
She did.
Yay!
She came to my house yesterday saying that she had taken one.
I did.
Daughters of a King is here with us. Fabric Collector says, hi, Jamie. I'll say hi. A peek into my life. Happy birthday, Amanda. So much birthday love.
Thank you.
We have a lot of birthday love.
Yay! Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And apparently we have a lot of people from Oregon joining us, or at least that's what one of the customers said when we were looking at the comments earlier. But we have Tanya from Florida who's joined us, Chris from Oregon, Camo Tiger says, happy birthday, Amanda. They're joining us from Caldwell. Tanya says we look like twins.
Oh, that's true.
Okay. Let's see. We have Angie from Indiana, Jillian from Pennsylvania, Old Forge, Pennsylvania. I want to live in Old Forge. Doesn't that sound fun? It sounds fun.
Sounds old.
Nina from Vancouver, Washington, Sherry from Indiana, Pat from Boise, Idaho, Christine from Virginia, lots and lots of happy birthday, Liberty from Columbus, Ohio, Rebecca from South Carolina, Jess from upstate New York, and one more shout out.
Dwayne from Philippines.
Ooh.
Dwayne from the Philippines. As soon as she said that, the screen went kind of black, I couldn't see anything. So thank you everyone for joining. We have a fun show for you today. Amanda is here, as you can see, and she is going to help us improve our posture through yoga poses.
Have better posture while I'm sitting here.
She's going to help herself improve her posture. Look how I'm sitting. Because I'm even more
all need this
plumped over. Oh my goodness, it's awful. And I also was told when I got here, actually, I read the screen, and apparently we are going to be giving away 3 whole entire chakra sets away during the live. So these are for people who are watching live. We are giving away 3 chakra sets today. So make sure you stay tuned. I have no idea how you get to enter to win, but we'll figure that out in a minute.
Yeah, I think we were just going to have you guys,
just
each of
randomly.
you choose one, if that's okay with Amanda.
It's her birthday. She gets to decide.
For her birthday.
Okay. And then my screen says party time. I don't exactly know what that means, but I have a feeling it has something to do with someone other than me.
Does that mean we're going to watch Danny dance? That's what I hope.
I think we're going to watch you dance.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing right now, but it's a good one. It's a good dance move.
Alexa
whatever
was
it is.
practicing her belly dancing earlier.
Oh.
I was not
Well,
lying.
Okay, that's not 100% true. She was watching me practice my belly dancing.
And she has videos that she's going to show us.
And that's why her eyes are bleeding.
Why is this not moving? Okay, so party time?
No, we're gonna yoga first.
Oh,
So let's
okay, my
get to
screen
it.
says party time. So
Oh, that's
no.
First?
No,
We're
it
gonna-
says yoga first.
Oh.
It's okay. She can.
Oh, yoga time. Oh, it's yoga time. I don't know what's
Okay,
happening.
so we're gonna get this open. I'll go ahead and grab these, move them out of the way. Alexa's coming as well.
Oh my goodness, this is like
This is gonna be awesome.
the behind the scenes that isn't very behind the scenes.
And we totally should have given you a very comfy chair.
Oh, sorry. I could have
Jamie,
moved
so I
that.
apologize.
You're the only one that was full time.
This should have been the chair you were sitting in.
Look at this, Amanda. We could yoga it up together.
Yeah. All right. A little bumpy for.
Okay. Am I too close to you?
How is this in the
He'll adjust the cameras.
even the
Oh, yeah.
Instagram? It's-
Jamie will
Oh, yeah,
adjust.
Jamie, if she doesn't adjust it, then we know who to blame.
Okay.
There we
I
go.
wonder. There.
How's that?
Cause
Okay,
you
we'll
were
go
like
with
a
that.
pro.
Yeah, well, I ran the Instagram live like once.
She's so good.
I'm so good.
Hi.
Are we ready? It's my turn.
Lots of people love your yoga mats.
Okay. So I have a handful of yoga poses, well, more than a handful, that are helping to improve posture and for different reasons. So with each pose, I'm going to read the description of why this is helpful for our posture. So we're going to start with child's pose. Retha, you can get into child's pose. Do you know it? You open your knees. There we go. So while Retha is getting
know.
into child's pose,
Oh no, are you
such a
taking
good job.
pictures?
No, I'm reading why child's pose
Okay,
is
good. Whew,
helpful.
I got really nervous.
So it says that in the child's pose, it strengthens and lengthens in your spine, your glutes, and your hamstrings. Stretches. I didn't mean strengthens. I'm sorry. We're doing good. Stretches and lengthens your spine, glutes, and hamstrings. It also helps to release tension in your lower back and neck. Are people doing this with us?
They better
If
be.
they
Okay.
want.
Okay. So to get into child's pose, if you have a yoga mat, or if not, you just take your knees wide, your feet come together behind you, and then you let the belly drop down between the thighs, the arms reach forward, palms face down, and let the forehead rest on the mat. You press those hips back towards your heels. So the further you reach your arms forward, the deeper stretch you're going to get in your shoulders and in the top of your neck. And this should feel really good.
It really does. I'm not
It
gonna
should feel
lie.
really good. I like to add breaths to my yoga. So if I were teaching this, which I am, I would ask you to take a couple of deep, conscious breaths
We'll provide the music.
in each pose. So as you can probably feel, if you're in the pose, you can feel those stretches in your glutes, and you can feel the stretch down your spine. And when we stretch and lengthen our muscles, then they're healthier. And when
Does it strengthen? Do you know?
stretch and lengthen. I
No,
don't know
but
why
does
I'm
it
saying-
strengthen? Like, does the stretching of muscles, does that strengthen it at all? Do you know?
It lengthens them. So I'll explain.
when you- then
when
posture,
when you're sitting
right.
like this all the time at your desk, right, or you're driving,
Like,
that's
literally,
how we all
this is
spend our
comfortable
lives,
to me.
like
Yeah, why
this,
did you look
right?
at me?
So it shortens these muscles, right? And so when we do things to lengthen the muscles, and we're going to do things later that lengthen these muscles, then it makes it so it's easier to sit because we become tight, and it makes it so it's just easier to be folded forward.
That's the most important part, so.
Wait, what's happening?
Well,
You
Jamie
just are
was
a
just
little bit
wondering.
far apart.
Ooh, we'll
so
get
I
closer.
just-
I do not want to be the
was
most
trying to
important
get
part.
Both of you in the
Yeah.
screen.
Yep,
If
we'll
that
get
would be
closer.
great.
That's great. Okay, so after we do child's pose, we're going to get into tabletop and move through some cat and cows. So, Retha.
I'm sorry. Just look. Sherry says, I will do the yoga, but if you don't hear from me again, send help.
Oh no, it's not that kind of yoga.
Daughter of a king said I would never get back up again.
Oh, these are
That's
all
why
so
just
good.
if you do these a little bit at a time, you guys, then you'll feel so much better.
Pearl says maybe she'll get taller if she stretches.
Yes. Retha, come into tabletop. So you take your hands beneath your shoulders and your knees are going to be right beneath your hips. And from here, we're going to do cat and cow. But first, I'll read you what it says. It says, practicing cat and cow stretches and massages your spine. It also relieves tension in the torso, shoulders, and neck while promoting blood circulation.
So could we get either Retha or you, Amanda, doing it from the side so we get both?
Sure.
You probably should do it from the side since I probably don't do it correct.
So we're here in tabletop, and I like to, I'm going to be out of the camera. I like to connect breath here also. So when we inhale, we drop the belly down and the tailbone lifts, and we lengthen the crown of the head kind of forward and up. You don't want to bend your neck like this, but you want to lengthen. Okay, so that happens with the inhale. And then as you exhale, you round through the spine, you tuck the tailbone, and you tuck the chin. Pulling that belly button in towards the spine too. You engage the core at this point. So you inhale, drop the belly, lengthen the crown of the head and tailbone, and then exhale. And you could just move through 10 of these, 5 in each direction. And you're just going to relieve tension, increase blood circulation. Plus it feels really good.
Do you find yourself doing this in your head, Jamie, while we're watching this?
Yeah. I actually thought, am I supposed to? No, I'm kidding. Am I supposed to be down there?
So those are cat and cows. And the great thing
Which
about...
is which? This is the cat.
That's the cat, yep. So the great thing about... I love that you figured that out. The great thing
I've seen a
each-
mad cat before.
about each of these poses is there something that you could you don't have to drop and do 30 minutes of yoga. You could just pick one and just, take a break. Do a couple cat and cows. Child's pose, that's always a good one. So we're going to get into downward facing dog next.
Retha's face.
It's fine.
So I'll read what it says about it. This forward bend that can be used as a resting pose to balance out your body. It also helps relieve back pain while straightening and aligning your back muscles. Practicing regularly can help improve your posture. So for downward facing dog, it's important you spread your fingers wide before setting them down. Your wrist is going to be better protected if you're using your whole hand. You tuck your toes, you lift those hips up. Feet can be about hip width apart.
Oh, that hurts.
Why does that hurt?
My calves are just really tight.
So Retha's feet aren't hip width apart,
Oh.
so you take them not quite that far. Yeah, about like that.
Apparently my hips.
Bigger hips than Jamie.
I thought I had
And then
bigger
maybe,
hips.
so you're gonna press your chest, let your head drop, press the chest a little, lifting. So you lengthen that tailbone up, pressing the chest in closer to the thighs, and then you pedal out those feet. It's gonna warm up the back of your legs, stretching through those hamstrings.
Yeah.
It feels good. Yes?
It feels something.
Just make sure that your neck is relaxed. You don't want to have your head like this, or you're just going to create more tension in your neck instead of relieving some of that tension. So there's our downward facing dog. I love in this pose, I love to rest and reset. Like if I'm doing yoga, I come back here to downward facing dog just to come back, become conscious again. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I do with downward facing dog. And now I'm wishing I had a hair thing.
I do have some tape. Do they have something called the sleeping dog or anything like that?
Debbie says downward facing dog is where she sits out.
I'm right there with you, Debbie.
Oh, really?
When Amanda
don't like
said it
that.
was downward facing dog, Alexa was in the background being like,
You don't like downward facing
I
dog?
hate downward facing
Interesting.
dog.
Okay. To each their own. Okay, so we're going to come into mountain pose.
ooh.
And here, this allows you to open and stretch your chest. This is one of the ones that I was talking about. It lengthens these muscles that we shorten by sitting like this all the time.
Are we being cut off?
Just your head.
Especially useful if you spend most of your day sitting, which makes your chest move forward, just like we talked about. So when you strengthen these muscles in mountain pose, you bring your feet together, you stand up tall, this top of your head lengthens upwards, and then you lift those shoulders and drop them back down your back. And that's where it opens up the chest and it lengthens these muscles. So this is our mountain pose. And it's doing exactly the opposite of what you're doing when you're hunched over at your desk all the time. So even practicing, even when you're not standing, you're sitting, just practicing opening up that chest when you're at your desk, just trying to be conscious of it throughout the day, every now and again. It'll help to keep these muscles from shrinking because they literally shrink. They become shorter and then it makes it hard.
I mean, this is literally the pose.
Yeah, this is the pose right here.
I'm
Mountain
waiting
pose.
for her to like,
No.
you know, do something magical.
No, that's the beauty of the
Oh.
whole thing. And like I said, you could be sitting and you could still open up that chest, right? So you don't even have to be standing. This just happens to be a standing pose. But for mountain pose, since Retha wants to get tricky, tree is next. And the reason why they say tree is good with helping posture is because in order to get into tree and to find that balance, you have to have a perfect posture. So you can't be like hunched over like this and, you know, maybe in tree. It has to be a tall, open heart pose. So Retha,
I'm ready.
you do that leg and I'll do this leg because I fear if we do them the same.
I don't know what we're doing.
Okay, so we
Oh, it's this one.
yeah. So you bring your foot onto the inside, like upper right. So you're opening that hip, and then your hands come right here, or they can go up here. But if you get into tree, then you'll feel that you have to like. So I'm engaged in my core right now. If I were to like release my core, it's going to make me a lot more wobbly.
And
So-
explain that. What does it mean to be engaged?
So when my core is engaged, that means I'm using the muscles through my torso. They're like engaged, right? What's a different word? Is there a different word?
They're
No.
focused, they're
I'm using
tight,
them.
they're flexed.
I'm flexing them. Yeah. So I'm flexing those muscles, and that helps to keep my balance. So anytime you're in a balancing pose, you engage the core, and when your core is engaged, that means you're using the core, which means you're strengthening the core. And in order to have any sort of like healthy posture, you're always using that. All of this belongs together, right? I'm never good with like the scientific words.
So many people say tree is their favorite.
Yes, it's a good pose.
Rachel does dishes while standing like this.
I love it.
That is talent, Rachel.
So
Yes.
what if somebody has a hard time starting out just being able to do
Yes, so there
What's-
are different versions of tree. Thank you.
Is there a simple version?
There is. So this is also tree. If you put your heel onto your ankle, you still open up this hip, and you're still even having to balance a little bit. Or you can bring your foot up onto your calf. In tree, you just want to always make sure not to put it on your knee. You don't want to put any pressure there. So any of those places, though, you'll find that you're having to become engaged. Like you're having to stand up straight and tall, and you become engaged in order to balance, right? See, Retha, her core wasn't engaged.
Debbie's comment got me off sidetracked. She says, I guess my tree pose is more like a weeping willow.
Just lift those shoulders back, open up that heart, and engage your core, and you'll have a perfect tree pose. Okay, there we go. It's
This is
gonna get
kinda
fun
fun.
from here.
Just gonna stand like this the rest of the live.
So our next one is going to be plank pose. Now we're gonna start sweating.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
So plank pose, Retha, get into plank pose.
Oh, on my
High
hands or
plank, yes. Okay, so in plank pose, you don't want to tuck like you are. You want to press up just a little bit, but you don't want to press like, and then put your head down, right? You want a straight line all
I
the
can't
way.
see if I have a
Oh,
straight
that's
line.
okay. They need to sew from your heels to the top of your head. You want it to be like a nice straight line. So in plank pose, you don't want to be putting your bum up like this, like it's a downward facing dog, and you also don't want to let your bum tuck like that because that's not good for
She
your
could
lower
talk faster.
back. Okay, while Retha's in plank, I'm going to read why it's good for us. It helps to relieve pain and stiffness throughout the body while strengthening shoulders, glutes, and hamstrings, and develops balance and strength in your core and back, all of which is
Like
good for
this is
posture.
abuse.
So we talked about some of the things with strength and balance, and so come into plank.
You need to
And-
go the other way, Amanda.
Oh, right.
Okay.
So
What was that? A good like 30 seconds?
plank is really hard, and if you engage that core, like you're actively tucking or engaging the glutes, and you're actively engaging the core, it's a really hard pose, and you're going to shake and burn. You can always drop down to those knees. If you need to drop down to the knees, still engage the core, still like be actively engaged, and you're still going to get benefits from it. Okay,
Sorry.
That's-
Dirty carpet.
that's okay.
Not
that's our
the
plank.
planks.
So next is side plank. Retha? No?
Yes.
I like
I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments. Is it this one like that I do in?
Yes. So side plank, hers is on her hip, at least in this picture.
Okay.
And in yoga, we are doing side plank up all the way like this. But
On a hand.
but in the article, it's down here. So either one,
Okay.
you have to have your whole body is your legs, your arms, your core. It's all having to be engaged.
If you are down, what way does your hand face?
It faces this way.
This way.
Oh, if you're, ask me the question again.
Like if I'm doing this all the way like you just did.
If you're on your hand, so that would not be
Yeah.
down. That would be up.
If you're, whatever.
Then your hand would face that way.
Well, that's what I asked.
I know, but you said down, which would imply you mean down.
I didn't ask that.
Sorry.
Fine.
You can use side plank to maintain
Whoa.
neutral alignment of your spine and leg. This energizing pose works the muscles in your
Feel my arms
sides
shaking.
and glutes, strengthening and aligning these muscles to help your back and improve posture. So, there we go.
Good workout, guys.
It is a good workout. So you can either be all the way up like this, you press the hips up, you engage the core. You can be down like Retha showed on the elbow, same thing. Your hips are pressing up, you're engaging the core. Or you can come down onto your knee and then still lift that leg, and you're still gonna have to engage the core. You're still getting some workout, but it's a way to modify if that full side plank is not accessible to you. So,
So something I'm noticing that's
Yes.
in common with most of these is they're really helping you get your core stronger.
yes, yes.
And that is helping with that posture.
With that
That's
posture.
pretty cool.
Yep. And so you're wanting to lengthen muscles as well as strengthen muscles. All from it's even talking about legs, but definitely from below your glutes all the way up here, that all is going to affect your posture.
Man, after this,
It's
I'm
all
gonna get some
connected.
long muscles. That's all I'm saying.
That's right.
Long back muscles.
Okay, Retha, the next one, see, we hit our peak.
Oh, so good, because I'm sweating.
I know, me too. And I'm like, that was not expected to sweat. So next we're going to move into pigeon. And I'm going to be honest, pigeon is my favorite yoga pose.
I
So,
just read it. Somebody else liked that one.
If I stay here and forget about that we're doing a live, then
We're over.
so I'll do my
Beautiful _mess is sweating just from watching us.
Let's
Jamie,
do
are we
that. You
still
do-
getting comments on Instagram? Oh, Lex is looking. Okay, we had
you
a
do
comment on
the-
here.
People on Facebook are saying Instagram.
Right.
Oh, really?
Jamie.
It might just sometimes
She's falling asleep.
Jamie, pull it together over there.
Commenting? Yeah.
Is this, am I doing the right one?
You're
No.
actually inspiring a lot of people. There's a lot of
Yay.
people saying I haven't done yoga in forever. It's been 17 years. I need to start this again.
This is-
Christy says I used to love doing yoga. I need to start it again.
Yes.
Love this.
Good.
There's been a couple of husbands ask, what are you doing? And the wives say, spontaneous Instagram yoga.
We're just fixing our postures, husbands.
Yeah, you'll be thankful later. Okay.
Get it.
So for pigeon, you take your knee towards the outside of a mat, and then your other leg is going to come straight back behind you. And in pigeon, there's different levels of flexibility, and I'm going to show you another option in just a second. But for a more flexible person, you're going to take this foot out further away, and if you're less flexible, you bring your foot in closer, and there's neither one is better or right. They're just both good.
But I'm
You
not
do
up
not.
straight.
So what Retha is doing, you don't want to do.
You want to be up straight.
Yeah, you don't want to sit in this hip. You also don't want to
Yep,
fall
I got to
forward.
tuck the foot in.
You want to find, and it helps me to look down. I look down and I can see that it's like I'm centered, right? You don't want to be tipped into either side.
Dude, that's what you're gonna have to do on this side.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'll do
I
that.
don't think I've ever seen a pigeon do that. Let me just,
Well,
if I see a pigeon.
so
do
is
that-
this angle, or do you want me to do the other
No,
leg?
that's good.
This is good. Okay, so
Dude,
here we
you're
are.
way more flexible than me.
Retha, I'm a yoga teacher. I do pigeon.
Read
Newer.
that. You sit at a desk all day.
Okay,
Holy
so let's talk about why pigeon is good.
I'm ready.
It's a hip opener that loosens up your spine, hamstrings, and glutes. It can also stretch your sciatic nerve. Anyone who has sciatic, this is for real too. I had sciatic when I was pregnant, and I didn't do pigeon, but I did do what I was just saying is the other version. I'm going to take this out, Danny, for just a second.
Totally fine.
So you lie on your back. If you can't do what we were just doing, you bring one leg up. Oof. And no, that's okay. You put the other foot on top of your thigh, right? And then you're going to pull it in like this. So that's going to give you the same stretch in your hamstrings. It doesn't open your hips up as much as pigeon, but it is an option. if pigeon is not accessible to you.
Now, I have seen pigeons do that one that you just did.
I don't know.
Pete says it's good to know that it helps with sciatic pain.
Yes, it does, and it does for reals.
She's
I
not
really,
just saying
I really
that.
did use this stretch as when I was pregnant, and it was awful.
Dude, how long have you been doing this, Amanda? Because I remember when I started here a couple of years ago, it was like 3 years ago, you were talking about your sciatica and how bad it was. And stuff like
Yeah.
that. How long is?
How long have I been practicing yoga?
Yeah. Like,
On and off for not forever, maybe like 8 years. But I've been teaching for like a year.
yeah. Like.
So.
And I have noticed even the way you walk.
Ooh,
is- do you
Amanda
remember-
does walk funny.
Wait.
No, do you
Let's-
remember? I remember.
So maybe she walks
I'm
less
trying. I'm
funny.
going to try not to be offended right now, Demi.
No,
I mean, the way you walk has improved, Amanda.
I'm gonna shut my mouth.
No, I want to hear it. Tell me about my walk, Demi.
It used to be really sexy, and then now it's just like a regular walk.
Okay, I can get on board with that. I wish Chris was watching right now.
I know.
Tanya wants to know, in the pigeon, does your back thigh touch the... Oh, I'm not even going to go back in it.
Does your back
And
thigh?
then-
So my, like, right above my knee is touching, but like my upper thigh is not. Maybe people's do. I guess the more flexible. And now that Retha's showing you that, so this is actually my favorite part of pigeon is when you fold over, and it's called sleeping pigeon. So that's where I get really happy.
Yeah,
I could just stay there for hours and
I
days.
probably have like a good 6 inches of my thigh that doesn't touch.
Yeah, I don't think that the thigh necessarily. Okay, so next after pigeon. Uh-oh, Retha, what happened?
It's just because I need to move them
Did
out.
someone say she was such a little
Yeah.
You guys
Okay.
should have known him 20 years ago.
So our next one you're gonna lie on your belly for, and it is called baby cobra or cobra. So if you want to do it like all the way right, and we're not necessarily just focusing on the upper body, then your lower body is going to be really engaged. So you bring your legs together, you press the tops of your feet down, you lift your kneecaps. You're going to engage your glutes. So it's like it's a full body thing. It looks kind of easy. However, it's quite the workout if you're doing it right. So your hands go right below your shoulders. Your elbows come in tight. You don't want to be like out with those elbows, but you bring them in tight. And then you just lift the chest right here. So again, this looks easy, but if you're down and doing it right now, you're going to be like, just, it's not
I don't know
easy.
how she's...
It's not easy. So the reason why this is good, well, let me finish saying exactly how you need to be. So pull your shoulder blades together, like the back, we're right here, your shoulder blades. You want to pull those together.
Pinch a penny.
Yes, right. So you're pulling those shoulder blades together. You're pressing your heart forward. So that's stretching and lengthening these muscles here. But it's also using muscles in your spine. And you're strengthening those muscles in your spine that we normally are all relaxed, folding forward all day long. See Retha? She's having a hard time holding it because her muscles are weak in her spine.
She's
from
not
folding
lying.
forward all day long.
It's true.
So just seriously coming to this pose, you can hold it for a few seconds.
But
make
you
sure
don't
you're
want
breathing.
weight on your hand.
Yeah, you're not putting the weight in your hands. Your hands are there just as a, I don't know the word, but yeah, I could lift my hands and still stay just as high. But you can stay here, then you can relax down, let yourself relax for a second, re-engage, lift that chest again. Do that a few times. You're gonna, I told Retha we were slowing down, but I'm sweating still. Are you sweating still?
Again.
You can also press up into a full cobra, but you're not actually getting that same like stretch here. You're getting this lower back stretch. It's still good, but it's not going to be as good for your posture. Why are we laughing?
Because Diana said that's how I sleep some nights. Oh, maybe I hope she's talking about that. I imagine someone sleeping.
I mean, she's got a good spine if that's what
Yeah.
she's doing.
Dude, if you walk in on somebody that's sleeping like that, go. Turn around and go quickly.
Tricky. Okay, we have one more pose left, and then we're done with our posture
And then it's party time.
perfecting
Really?
yoga.
Can I just stay like this?
no.
Oh.
This is a reclining twist, and so we're gonna lie on our backs.
Oh, I was going to say one more thing.
Yes.
I was going to ask one more thing. We didn't see that that posture or that
Oh.
position from the side. If you would do that
I
real
would.
quick,
I would
that
do
would
it.
be awesome.
I'm not good at this microphone thing. Okay,
You did a great job.
so here we go. Hands come right below our shoulders. We
Doing
glue those legs together. We press the tops of the feet down, the kneecaps lift so it's totally engaged, all the lower body, and then we just lift the chest. Shoulder blades pull together. Aretha, point where I'm pulling my shoulder blades together.
Right here.
So you feel that like that pull.
And from this angle, your arms look so buff.
Thank you.
Now I'm really
But her back looks like a butt crack. Can I say that on live?
No, you cannot.
Well, it does. I mean, like, that's the pinch and the penny.
Stop it! Stop it! just stop it. I'm sorry.
For all of you that have, like, 5-year-olds watching,
Oh my gosh.
if they ever...
little sister.
I have to tell my kids all the time, don't talk like mom, okay?
Such a little sister.
So just tell them, don't talk like Retha. It's fine.
Okay, one more pose, Retha.
I'm
Lie on
ready.
your back.
Head, does it
Head
matter?
down here, just for the sake
Oh my
of.
goodness, that's a white hair that probably fell out of your head.
Okay. I colored my hair yesterday.
Dang it.
Okay, so then you're going to bend your legs, like, yep, bring your feet up like this. So what she's gonna do is a reclining twist. She's gonna take her arms out, yep, and then you're just gonna let your knees fall to one side,
Oh, yeah.
and you're gonna try to keep the shoulder on the mat. So you put your knees to the one side, and you make sure the shoulder on the opposite side stays down, and then you would take your head also in that direction. So this
Did
is,
you guys see that
this
shove?
is, this is twisting. I just turned my flashlight on. This is twisting. It's doing like a spine twist. Now we're gonna read why that's good. Why do we want to? Hold on, I have to find it.
Mom of boys, yes.
Here we go.
Say that again.
Mom of boys asked, "Oh, are you guys sisters?"
Yeah, she's my little sister. So this one helps relieve tightness and pain in your back while increasing stability and mobility. So there you go.
This is the one you guys should do. This is how you should sleep.
This is how you can sleep.
Yeah.
Right here. Now you should switch to the other side so you're not
Okay.
uneven. There you go.
I'm just doing this one by myself.
Well, I figured it would be easier to show you, and then I have my thing on my. Anyways, yes, you are.
There's a lot of people that love the reclining twist.
I love recline. And there's other options. I'll show you just a couple more, and I'll do them because it'll be easier than
Ow.
trying to show her. There's more ways you can do a reclining twist. So the way that I showed Retha was bending the legs and then just letting her knees fall. But you can also have just one leg up, and you can take that one leg across. So you're getting the spine twist that way. All the time, though, just trying to keep that opposite shoulder. If you want it, like if you're much more flexible
Here,
and
do you want to turn the other way while you're showing them?
and you, I don't know.
Yeah, this side.
This way.
Oh, sure.
Amanda, Cecilia wants to know if you need to keep your ankles stacked, like when you're doing the
No.
reclining twist.
Nope. More importantly, you just are trying to let those legs fall to the side and keep that shoulder on so that your spine's twisting. So the ankle's being stacked.
So
In
do
fact,
you
can
stop
bring-
twisting
you can bring
as
this
soon
leg
as
up.
your shoulder like starts to lift? Like
you
that's
don't get
too
any
much.
deeper. Yeah. So your legs, you can reach back and grab this other leg. You can reach forward. Like there's lots of options here.
It's most comfortable.
Yes, but another one that you can do, if you want to get like a deeper stretch, if you're super flexible and you don't feel like that gives you a very good stretch, you pick up your legs and you cross them, tucking that one around, and then you have kind of like eagle legs, and then you let those drop. And that like really deepens the spine twist.
Okay, what leg goes over what? Let's try this.
Yeah, and then you.
And then what
you
way do
put
I
'em-
go?
You let them fall this way. Your arms go out again. See how deeper that gets you?
Well, you're in my way.
Sorry. Does that feel?
Well, I mean, my legs definitely can't fall as far.
Yeah.
While keeping my.
There you go. See, deeper.
Because you got short.
Just for people who are more flexible in their spine and they aren't getting quite the twist. This just will deepen it.
That does hurt my hip a little bit though. Puts
Guys,
more
it
pressure
sounds
on.
like you guys need to do this more often because Instagram is loving this.
That's because they're laughing at.
Well, they have laughed at
us.
Retha a
Laughing
lot.
because Retha is such a little sister.
Alexa, knock it off.
Alexa's gonna enjoy that.
She is.
And now I'm
I
covered in-
I do see a lot of customers saying, "Oh, I'm going to have to watch this later," and that is a good thing to point out that these lives are saved on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. So Instagram, they're available for 24 hours on Instagram.
Your last live got
Oh, that's
saved as
true
the-
because it's
We're saving them IGTV
Yes,
now, so they're
so
saved
they're-
on
okay. So every social media channel, it will be saved, so you can always come back and watch and do it then, and pause it and get into it and unpause it so you can listen to Amanda, all that kind of stuff. So that's nice. Yes, I see you on Facebook.
Yeah,
Do you
I was
see
gonna.
us on Facebook? I do.
I just wanted you guys to know that I am not flexible, and I am old, and Amanda has done a class for us here
For employees.
for
Yeah.
employees, and it was awesome. So even though, don't be afraid to try this, especially if you're at home alone. I guarantee you'll eventually get much better. Like,
Yeah, and
it's-
you'll feel much better. Your
Yeah.
body will just feel better for sure. Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, Amanda. Well, Amanda,
Danny,
it's your birthday,
it is my birthday.
and we're gonna have a party.
Okay, I like
Are you
it.
ready?
I
So,
mean-
Alexa's grabbing something
Okay.
for you. Alexa really, I gotta tell you,
It
Alexa
looks
has
like
done.
she's grabbing Aquaman back there.
Oh yeah, go ahead and bring that in.
I mean-
was just gonna say Alexa's done a lot.
Got stuck. It's fine. I'm getting it.
Oh, totally.
You know
fine.
what's really cool about this is Amanda's favorite color is green.
Alexa.
Is it really?
It is.
It is.
And we also have a special presentation
Oh.
that was done by your daughter.
I made you a present.
She made you a
Oh.
present. So I'm going to adjust the camera here so that hopefully everybody can watch this. But it's a quick video.
Oh, is it gonna be up here?
It's going to be up there.
Okay.
So Jamie can Instagram see the TV. We'll want them to be able to. There we go. Thanks. Oh, that
Okay, I'm just going to
scared me.
flip this up here. All right, I'm so excited.
Are we ready?
I think we're ready. Sorry, I keep kicking things. Okay, I think we're ready.
Good to go? Hi, Mom. Happy birthday.
Amanda May Jones.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, Amanda. Happy birthday.
Hey, Mom. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to one of my all-time favorite people. Happy birthday, Amanda.
Happy birthday.
Say happy birthday, Amanda.
Amanda.
Happy birthday, Amanda. Happy birthday, Amanda.
Amanda, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, sister.
Amanda Jones, happy birthday.
This video request required some calculation on my part, and I figured that it has been 25 years since you and I first became friends.
Should I have feelings? No feelings. It's kind of funny because, you know, when I was a baby, you remember the story where I sat on your lap and cried when mom and dad left? Well, I still sometimes sit on your lap and cry.
There's so many things that I love and admire about you. I don't even know where to begin.
You've walked me through some of the most difficult times of my life.
What do I love most about you?
What are some things we love about Amanda?
I see so many qualities.
She has always been very, very, very special to me.
You're so full of love.
I'm very happy and proud of you.
Thank you for being a friend and an example to me of a parent and a good human.
I can come to you and talk to you about anything, even if sometimes we don't agree on things.
One of my favorite things about you is that you love people unconditionally, no matter where they are. You just accept them.
One thing I've learned about you is that we don't have to do the dishes right away.
One of the things I admire most about you is that you're an avid learner. You always have the best inside scoop of what I need to buy from Lululemon. This beautiful ability to see what people need.
This COVID and going and getting groceries and
I really won in the mom category. I really did. Your authenticity,
your love for others,
Someone I want to be when I grow up.
the tenderness that you have for your children.
one of my people that I can come to for anything.
Totally changed the course of my life.
You would do anything for your friends.
My safe place.
You take the things that are important to you and you have a voice for them.
Your compassion for others.
I love you because you're honest.
I remember the morning you were born, the day you were born, because I was in labor. I wanted you born on the 8th, and it didn't happen. And then on the 9th, I started into labor, and I walked, and pretty soon my insides came out. Do you want more details?
How loved you are.
Thank you, because it was for me.
My confidant.
I love you so much.
How much we love her and how we appreciate her.
I adore you.
I love you, but I won't cry.
I love you
And I love you.
so much.
I love you.
To many more memories to come.
Bye-bye. Happy birthday.
Really, that's all. Just want to tell you I love you.
And I so love you. Bye-bye.
Yay! Happy birthday!
Now you got to go give your daughter loves.
Get over there, Alexa. Don't make her come out here.
You.
That was
very
You can go
special.
over there, Alexa, with her. Out there? Yeah. You guys go ahead and sit on the floor because that's where I probably best.
Yeah, 'cause
So let's sing
Oh, we're
happy
gonna
birthday to Amanda, and then
We still have chakra sets to give away.
let's go ahead and sing happy birthday, and then each of you are going to choose a. Why don't you do YouTube?
Okay.
Why don't you, Amanda, do Facebook?
Okay.
And Jamie, we'll have you do a winner from. We'll have you pick a winner from Instagram.
Okay.
Okay. You guys ready? Happy birthday to you.
Oh no. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amanda. Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday, Amanda.
All right, you guys, let's pick some winners.
Okay, let's pick some winners. Here we go. Okay, right here. Coriel Dewitt. Coriel Dewitt from YouTube. You just won a chakra set.
Yay! Email CS.
Yay! That's pretty good. Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Amanda, let's
Here,
have you
do you want to
choose
just tell me when to stop scrolling?
Yes. Stop.
Right there. Okay.
Rebecca Hyder.
Right there, Rebecca Hyder. OMG, this is so cute! You also won a chakra set.
All right, Jamie, are you ready?
I am ready. Mom of boys.
Mama boy.
You also won a chakra set.
I do have to say that it's pretty incredible that Jamie knew you. It sounds like she said 25 years, so basically right after you were born.
That's right,
pretty
Kenny.
awesome.
I mean, you're 27. That you were good with Matt. We met at 2. We've been best friends ever since.
Oh, congratulations, you 3 winners. Email cs@planttherapy.com, confirm your mailing address, and we will get those chakra sets sent to you. And you can just inhale those as you're doing your yoga poses.
Yes.
It's quite wonderful. And then we have one more end of video giveaway. You will have until midnight tonight to enter the giveaway, and you must enter via the giveaway link. So Facebook and YouTube, the link will be found in the giveaway or in the live comments, as well as the live description once the live ends. And on Instagram, it will be found in the Plant Therapy Instagram stories. Just as you're swiping through the Plant Therapy stories, there will be one that says giveaway. Swipe up and it will take you to where you can enter the giveaway. Your giveaway question is, why is good posture so important? Why is good posture so important? And we're going to choose 3 winners, and each of the winners are going to win $25 credit to planttherapy.com. So good luck, everyone. Make sure you go and enter. And let's end this video by telling Amanda happy birthday.
Thank you, everyone. All the happy birthday comments, I saw them. Thank you.
And then come back on Friday, because we're going to be talking about Friday. It's our age-defying, and we may or may not have something or 3 somethings that are really awesome that are discounted. So come back, 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time on Friday. Have an amazing rest of your evening. We'll see you Friday morning. Thanks for joining. Bye, everyone.
Okay, just a minute.
No, I lied. Stay for a minute.
You should, just because my computer froze. Just for a second.
What's wrong with the screen? Aretha's gone mad. That's just me.
Okay, just a minute. We're getting close. And ta-da!
Peace out.